I am so sorry. I'm running a little bit behind today. But I wanted to hop on here because I wanted to go through a few different things. I'm going to actually go ahead and click this in. Hang on just a sec. Bear with me. I just had the most incredible call with a trauma coach. She helps people really regulate their bodies through different movement, through different things. And it was just so special to really experience. And I'm going to be putting it into the Fierce Woman coaching group. It's going to be super special. I have several different people that I'm working with to essentially provide you guys really everything that you need for everything, for healing, for moving forward in your life. Sorry, I'm bringing up this particular thing that I have planned for you guys. Sorry if it looks like I'm looking everywhere, but it was so special. For me, I want to be able to have not just me speaking, but people that will be able to essentially help you move forward in all areas of life. And so that means I have different doctors, different coaches, different exercises. If you're looking for healing, if you're looking for really growing in your faith, if you're looking for maybe you're an entrepreneur like me, and so you're looking for those types of things, more of a hard hitter kind of course. So for me, I always want to make sure that I'm giving you absolutely everything that I feel it really encompasses mind, body, spirit, and obviously bank account. I wanted to dive into today's chat. I'm hoping you guys can see this. So we are working through the fierce breakthrough, the power of breakthrough and how to position yourself towards really becoming your best in mind, body, spirit, and bank account. I'm hoping that this works because sometimes, there we go. Yeah. So the first thing that we're hopping into is really just embracing faith and positivity. And I think that this means a lot of different things for different people. Sorry, I'm actually going to move this maybe over here. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm moving. It's like this little bar. But it's special for us to really establish and understand what faith and positivity serve and what it means to us. And so for those of you who know how I coach, I don't always read verbatim. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But for me, it's just making sure that you are well equipped in all of these areas. So faith serves as a catalyst for overcoming obstacles and achieving breakthrough. We're cultivating a positive mindset that's rooted in faith that can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and success. So positivity has really scientifically, it shows effects on mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It boosts resilience and enhances creativity and strengthens relationships. I think that we really take this for granted. And there are definitely steps I'm going to be diving into. But when we are cultivating a positive mindset and we're cultivating a different perspective of which that we should be handling things and having the faith of, hey, I know that I am worthy. I know that I can follow through. I know that this is not the end. I know that I can have more. I think that when we're cultivating this mindset, it regulates so much within us, mentally, physically, spiritually. It provides a solid foundation for us to really step on, have confidence on, and feel safe in, right? When we're having certain thoughts or doing certain things, I think it's important for us to be able to cultivate just this abundant mindset. And so, doing that, what are some actionable steps that you can do? Well, it's speaking life into yourself, having those daily affirmations, looking at yourself in the mirror, saying, I am worthy of success. I truly trust in God. I truly trust in his divine guidance. I truly trust that I'm making the right steps for my future and my family or future family. It's speaking life into ourselves. It's making a declaration with ourselves and being rooted in the fact that we can overcome, that we can do more, and that we are more, and that we are worthy, and that we just have this incredible capability to move forward. It's just a matter of us moving our feet and believing in ourselves. And hey, if you don't believe in yourself, guess what? You have this amazing group that you can lean into, and we can remind you. We can remind you of your greatness. We can remind you of all the great things that you can do. You have the amazing tools within the group to be able to move yourself forward and start essentially moving your feet, even if you don't have that belief. But I think in addition to those actionable steps, it's having a gratitude journal. When we keep a gratitude journal, we're able to write down things. And here I have it that you can write down 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. What this does it is essentially it cultivates an attitude of gratitude, and it completely shifts your focus into this abundant, lively positivity mindset. So that the things that are going on within their day, we're able to take them on much more aggressively. We're able to look at them from a different perspective because we have gratitude. So let's say something negative is happening to us. For example, I'll give you an example. I think this was like a week ago or two that our tire just they were doing construction and our tire was completely, yeah, it caught a nail and just went completely flat. Well, I could have looked at that like, oh my gosh, like I have so much to do. Josh and I, we have coaching calls to get to. Like, we don't have time for this. The kids are here. It's hot outside. Like, I could have looked at all the negatives, but immediately I was like, well, maybe God was keeping us from something really bad that was about to happen, right? And then I also shifted it and I was like, this is a great opportunity for us to spend even more time as a family while we wait for a tow truck. And for those of you who are like, girl, you better learn how to change your tire, just so you know, this was a rental. It didn't have a spare tire. We know how to change a tire. But it didn't have one. So waiting for the tow, we were able to cultivate this attitude of gratitude. And I really do give that just fully because of the steps that I'm telling you right now. When you have more control in your life, because there's things that happen that you have no control over. And I totally get that, like controlling what we can control. However, having that, like stepping into control, really means that we're being aggressive with the way that we're thinking. We're being aggressive with the things that we're writing, the things that we're saying, the people that we're being around, and we're visualizing what our future really looks like, right? And so I even have it here, visualizing exercises. So taking time to really visualize your goals and dreams as if they've already happened, like you've already achieved them, and picturing yourself living literally your best life, feeling joyful and abundant and helping others. That all stems from our mindset, sharing a positive mindset with ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, which actually takes me to unleashing our potential. I'm actually going to take a swig of my giant. My husband calls this the bird because it literally sounds like a bird. But I just hopped off of a call, like I said, and so I'm a little bit parched. But unleashing your potential, what does that really look like? And so when we're discovering our purpose and we're overcoming those limited beliefs, it ties with what I was just talking about. But it's important to really dive into what your unique purpose is and your talents. So really identifying like the challenges that you're going through, the limiting beliefs, and essentially tackling them so that they're no longer holding you back from reaching your full potential. What everything that you want, everything that is successful, everything that could be like great is truly on the other side of your fear. It is a matter of us really being aggressive with taking strength assessments. I'm going to dive into those actionable steps, strength assessments. So identifying your unique strengths, telling yourself, okay, what am I good at? What am I passionate about? Like how can I actually move forward? Looking at the past doesn't always have to be negative. Sometimes we can look at the past and assess what are the things that have gotten me to where I am right now that are strengths, right? And then honing on those things. And when we're able to establish our strength, we're able to, what I like to tell the ladies that I coach is we're able to really establish our purpose. We're able to take that purpose and then move forward, whether that be turning our purpose into a profit or looking at our purpose and serving others. It all boils down to, why am I here? And I'm going to dive into that in the next slide. Actually, I think it's 2 slides after this, but why am I here? What is it that I can do to contribute? And what am I doing to really be the best version of myself? And so reflecting on past successes and moments so that you can really create a flow of, hey, these are my strengths, this is where I'm going, and these are the things that I can do in order to really move forward within my life. The next thing is an accountability partner. So finding an accountability partner to really support you in staying accountable to your goals is huge. When you're setting those goals, I just think I skipped a step, but I'm going to dive into that right now. But when you're setting your goals, you should always maintain that they are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant and time bound, and that they align with your purpose and values. But in addition to that, we have to make sure that we have someone that's keeping us accountable. Listen, I can be very strategic. I can be like, my habits can be very on point, but what helps me is if I know that someone is depending on me. So for example, I'm getting my health back on track, which is what we just spoke about with this last phone call when I was speaking to the trauma coach. There's a lot of trauma that has been stored for me, and so I am learning to navigate through those things. And what keeps it more of a strength for me is that I'm doing it for my children and I'm doing it for you, not to please you, but so that I know that I am, excuse me, so I know that I'm doing everything necessary to help you too, right? And so I'm able to look at my strengths. I'm able to essentially make a list of everything that I'm passionate about, and I'm able to apply those things within my life because I'm setting goals. I have healthy habits. I'm setting the habits necessary in order to move forward. And I have someone that's depending on me to do those things successfully so that I don't fail, right? The next thing I wanted to hop into is cultivating resilience and perseverance. Oh, this is something that's really special to me because I think that I have worked with so many different women who they're just like, I feel numb. I feel numb. And it's interesting because this spectrum, some people they think that, oh, that's because they're not going anywhere in their life. Like, no, this is actually also with women who are high earners, who have coaching businesses or have, businesses, the mom and pop shop, whatever it is, they're go, 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 and they feel numb. This also is associated to a lot of stay-at-home moms. They're constantly in a state of chaos. And so they haven't really developed the steps that are necessary in order to have this successful foundation of being grounded, being positive, and being able to flourish. To be quite frank, it's just getting by, right? We're sweeping things under the rug. We're not necessarily developing the resilience to really bounce back from our setbacks, and we're not developing the mindset to persevere so that we can continue to move forward. We simply sweep it under the rug and we're hoping for the best. I'm here to tell you that is, I am not allowing you to do that anymore. If you are part of the Fierce Women, we are cultivating resilience and perseverance together. If you feel like there's something that you're facing that you can't do it alone, let's chat about it. Lean into the tools, lean into the group, lean into people that actually care about you, right? And so some actionable steps are really having mindful practices. And so what does that look like? Well, I'm incorporating mindfulness practices such as prayer meditation, deep breathing exercises into my daily routine to cultivate that inner peace and resilience. I'm taking the moments to stop, acknowledge whatever it is that's happening, and being present. I'm being present in whatever it is that's happening. And then from there, I'm able to assess the situation. I'm able to then move forward and say, okay, these are the steps, the actionable steps that I'm going to take to be able to persevere through this. Right. And so I want you to know that maybe you're the person that's like, I just feel like I'm facing a ton and I just feel like I just can't really get by. Well, when you're taking whatever it is that's happening to you and you put it in front of you and almost look at it like a recipe, these are the steps that I need to do so that this bakes successfully, so that I can actually move forward. Also realizing that some things are not fully in our control. And if it is not fully in your control, you can be resilient and persevere forward no matter what, knowing and confident that, hey, I am doing everything possible in order to X, Y, and Z. I cannot control the outcome of that. I can only control my actions, my mindset, and where I am, which actually leads me to self-compassion. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times, or whatever setbacks that you're going through, that it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling, and it's okay to want to move forward or expect a certain, like, I guess, outcome. However, not being okay with staying in that space. I think that we are our own worst enemies. We tend to be very hard on ourselves as women. We tend to, essentially, we are our own worst enemy sometimes. And so just be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind, be kind to your heart. And I don't mean just sitting, because I think that I need to be very careful with this, because in our world, self-compassion means something completely different than what I'm talking about. Self-compassion in our world today means that you can feel a certain way and then, in a sense, act in a certain way, and it's excusable because of the way that you feel. That is not okay, in my opinion. I think that treating people less than, acting out in certain behaviors, it especially, looking at the news and seeing what's going on with certain colleges or certain spaces, it's disgusting. In my personal opinion, I think that yes, it's important to have self-compassion with yourself, but also it's important to have it with others, right? It's important to something that we tell our children is, hey, you have every right to feel the way that you're feeling. I am not here to take away that feeling, manipulate that feeling to make you feel any type of way. I want you to understand that feeling, feel it, but it does not excuse treating others less than because of the way that you're feeling, right? And so, which actually leads me to mindset shifts. So shifting our perspective of the situation and developing an abundant mindset. When we are developing this mindset shift, it allows us to take back control of what may feel uncontrollable, right? And so those are just little steps of cultivating really resilience and perseverance. Which leads me to nurturing self-care and wellness. I can't stress this enough. We have to prioritize self-care and wellness. We have to take care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being in order to fill others, in order to operate at our best. If we want to operate at our best, we have to be willing to do the things, the inner work, the things that are necessary. When I say self-care, I think that people just associate that to like a skincare routine. And I can definitely see how that, obviously is a sense of self-care, but I'm also talking about what we're eating. I'm also talking about taking the walks. I'm also talking about setting boundaries. I'm also talking about self-growth. So self-care and wellness does not just fall in something that's outer, it also falls in something that's inner. So some actionable steps, self-care rituals. So establish a self-care routine that prioritize activities such as exercise, healthy eating, and relaxation techniques. It's important for us to rest. God gave us the seventh day to rest. And also setting boundaries, right? So setting clear boundaries to protect your time, your energy, and emotional well-being. As women, we tend to say yes a lot. This isn't everyone, but I know that we tend to be the yes woman, and that puts us in a position where we're constantly in chaos and we are essentially just operating off of our adrenals. And when we're in that space, we're not seeking rest or renewal. We're setting just like this precedence of, hey, it's okay to totally be used, abused, and me be expected to function at my best, right? Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Excuse me. I feel like often what we tend to do as women is that we literally just don't rest. We have the opportunity to rest and then we are met with shame. This happens a lot with moms. When we have the opportunity to rest, we sometimes feel shame because we're like, oh, well, I should be doing X, Y, and Z. I should be doing the laundry. I should be doing cooking. I should be helping the kids. I should be having sex, whatever that is. Maybe like you're serving your husband and each other, right? Because it's a partnership, you're serving each other. That's a whole nother course though. But I think that when we're finding rest, sometimes that's met with shame. And I'm here to encourage you to not find shame and to know that being able to rest is going to be essential so that you can serve all the key components within your life. Next is creating abundance and prosperity, fostering abundance and prosperity. Listen, when we're creating a mindset of abundance, we're able to take practical steps that lead to financial success. When I talk about wealth, for those of you who have been part of the coaching group, or maybe you're not, maybe you're new to the Fierce Woman Free group, you maybe you don't really know that when I talk about wealth, I talk about wealth in all areas. Wealth in mind, wealth in body, wealth in spirit. But here's the thing, if your bank account isn't on point, everything else kind of feels like fire. It feels like you don't have air. It really does feel like you're underwater, you don't have air, and you're not able to move forward. Or maybe the person that has an abundance of wealth, but you're short of time, or maybe you haven't really thought about those next steps. And so that's where those actionable steps come in. Financial goal setting. We have to define our financial goals and create a plan to achieve them. We can't just simply write something down and expect it to happen. I understand that people are like, you can manifest it. And that's totally, I get that, but you have to be putting actionable steps. Okay. Like God can only do so much. We actually have to be putting those steps forward. Income diversification, exploring those opportunities to diversify your sources of income, right? Taking the risks that are necessary so that you can really move yourself forward. I think that some people, and hey, this is so amazing. Maybe you absolutely love your job, and I love that for you. Maybe you're like, I love my job, I love where I'm at, but you should still be putting yourself in a position that your money is working for you rather than you working for it. So that's where getting educated financially comes in. When we are getting educated in what we're investing in, or financial literacy, we're able to really make those informed decisions about our own money and prosperity, right? I know that money does not mean everything. However, it does provide small luxuries like air, food, gas, the essentials. And so it's important to take these things into mind and have them and stuff. And that's why actually within the group, I have so many different resources for you to get your money right, for you to get your goals right, for you to really move forward, right? Vision, values, and your why. So this is probably the most important part because it ties into so many different things. It is establishing your values and your why. You have to clarify your core values and understand why they're essential for guiding your decision and actions. If you do not know why you are doing what you're doing, you will feel like you don't have purpose. You will feel exhausted. You will feel like you're getting stretched in ways that you do not want to be stretched. It is so important for us to reflect on what truly matters and aligning ourselves with our values that can bring clarity, purpose, and fulfillment within our life. If we don't know our vision, if we don't know where we're going, and we don't know why we're going that way, and we don't have healthy values, we're just wandering, right? So actionable steps, well, reflection. Take the time to identify and prioritize your core values. Consider what principles and beliefs are most important to you in various aspects of your life, such as relationships, careers, and personal development. And if we're not defining these things, essentially, we are allowing other people to violate us, and we will feel like this sense of urgency and emptiness and kind of numbness at the same time because we feel like we're just kind of wandering aimlessly. Aligning ourselves. So evaluate our current goals, our habits and activities, and really understand whether they're aligning with our values. Make the adjustments that are needed to ensure that they are congruent between what what you value most and how you live your life, right? So if we're making decisions that are not truly in our values, if we're living double lives, you're going to find yourself spent. You're going to find yourself exhausted. You're going to find yourself having breakdowns. And this is key. Everything that I'm talking about is integral for you to have complete breakthrough. There cannot be a missing piece. If there is a missing piece, then we're going to find ourselves falling flat. So integrate. So integrate your values into your daily routines and decision-making processes. This lets your values serve as a compass that guide you towards actions and choices that honor who you are and what you stand for. When you are making decisions that honor your values and serve your why, your purpose is literally on fire. Literally. Like you find yourself in a space that I just realized I'm late for the 12 o'clock Fierce Woman Q&A. I'm running a little behind today, but that's okay. But I just genuinely feel that and have seen with listen, I have coached hundreds of women. Okay. I have spoken to stadiums of thousands of people. I know what's up. I'm not just speaking from a space of BSing you. I am truly trying to bless you here. When I'm talking about these things, if we don't align ourselves properly, we're constantly wandering. We're constantly wanting more, but like in a negative space, not in a space of, oh, I want more and I have these goals to make it happen, but more in a space of, I want more and I'm never going to get there. And you start spiraling and you start essentially creating this life that's just running on chaos. And I just don't want that for you. If you're a part of the Fierce Woman, this is a space for you to cultivate the life of your dreams. And I'm not going to always tell you the things that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the things that you need to hear, which brings me to the next thing. Yes. Okay. So how to level up. Okay. These are 4 steps to level up. First is jump into the Fierce Woman coaching group. Guys, it is less than $1 a day. Okay. Lock it in for $29 for life now. The price is going to increase to $129 a month. Okay. This is monthly. Why? Well, in this group, I literally equip women so incredible, like with different phases that they're going through. You could be going through trauma. You could be the business owner. You could be the entrepreneur. You could be the stay-at-home mom. You could be the person. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80. If you want to succeed, I know I have something in here for you. The reason why you're locking in that $29 for life is because it's in beta mode right now. So beta mode means that I'm adding a ton of resources. Like I just said before this phone call, I just got off of a trauma coach. She literally does this for a living. She helps so many different people be able to essentially regulate their emotions so that they can really level up and face their trauma and heal and do the work that's necessary. Okay, you get that for free. She charges her sessions, she charges all like different amounts for different types of sessions. And she's on here serving you, and it's that $29, and that's not the only resource you have. You're going to have access to doctors. You're going to have access to, I'm going to have CPAs on there for those of us who are business owners and we need to know all the things on making those money moves. I have courses on there for relationships. I have courses on there for financials. I'm teaching, if you're looking to make 6 figures and beyond, I'm going to be teaching you that. This group is not just a regular group. It is helping you mind, body, spirit, and bank account. And here's the thing. We have a 6-week challenge coming up, even if that's all you wanted to join for. Okay. It's a 6 weeks challenge. It's essentially a reset for mind, body, spirit, and bank account. It is aggressive because my coaching it's geared to not only make you feel good, but we're putting application. Okay. I'm so tired of seeing all these things that it's like, cool, it makes you feel good. You feel really great, but at the end of it, you have no way to apply it within your life. I don't know if you've ever felt like that. Maybe you watch a TikTok, maybe you watch a TED Talk, whatever it is that you're watching, but we're not having those applicable steps. And I have that throughout everything. And so number 3 is application. And number 4 is thriving. I am going to teach you to thrive. I'm going to teach you how to get out of whatever situation you're going through and truly move forward. And what's beautiful is you have a like-minded community with you. What's even more beautiful is I've charged thousands of dollars for my coaching one-on-one sessions. This is going to feel like a coaching one-on-one session because I have 3 lives a week. I have one that's essentially maybe a training that I put together. I have one that's biblical trainings. And then the third one is Q&A. So throughout the week, whatever you're facing, I can literally do a Q&A and then boom, I'm having that one-on-one time with you, and it's also serving others that may be going through the same thing. It is huge for you to level up. It is one thing, and I love the free group. I love everything that's in it, and I love that you're able to get resources from it. But if you're really looking to make those money moves, if you're really looking to make those mental moves, those life thriving moves, this is the group that you want to step into. People have called me insane for doing this. My mentors have told me that I should be charging at least $300 minimum a month for this. They at first told me that I should be doing like $1,000 a month, which I definitely know that there are some groups like that, but that's not this. I wanted to be fair. I was like, I'm still adding a ton into it. I want it to be that you have the opportunity to lock in $29 for life. No matter how many times I raise the price, you have this price for life and you have the opportunity to grow, to thrive, to flourish. Don't sleep on this. Okay. So I am so excited that I got to be here with you today. And if you have the opportunity to hop on other lives, there's a calendar that we have that like I said, we have tons of different lives you can hop onto. And it really is to serve you so that you can move forward in all areas in your life. Like enough is enough, right? There's so many things out there. You can dive into YouTube for a million different hours and you can try to see the things that serve you. But for literally a coffee run, because I know many of you are in that Starbucks or that Dunkin' Donuts line at least once a day. If you're not, maybe you're not. There's some people who are like, no, I'm very diligent with my money. And that's totally fine. But most people, you're spending this a day. And I'm giving this price for a month, less than $1 a day. So I hope to see you on the inside. I'm so excited to have spent this time with you, and just blessings be upon you. I will see you next week as soon as I stop sharing this.